Today I'm reviewing a 2010 Lexus LX 570. The Lexus LX was first introduced to the US market in 2010 and is now in its third generation, starting with the 2008 model year. It's since seen an update for the 2011, 13, and 15 model year. The LX 570 is literally the Lexus of Toyota Landcruisers. The two vehicles are essentially the same with a few minor differences. With the LX 570, it's got a revised front end with a different headlight, grille, and front bumper design. Because it's a Lexus, it does come with a little bit more bling. You see that with the 20-inch set of wheels, this little chrome strip along the bottom of the doors, chrome door handle covers, and then this little strip along the bottom of the windows. It's also got revised taillights and a little bit more chrome. Otherwise, the two vehicles are essentially the same. The Landcruiser and the LX 570 have a world-renowned reputation for being one of the most luxurious and off-road capable SUVs out there. That's no different with the third generation model. It's got 8.9 inches of ground clearance and a four-wheel electro-hydraulic suspension that can raise the vehicle 3 inches or lower it by 2. It's also got a low-range 4x4 system, center locking differential. It's got hill start assist, an ABS system that can adapt to sand and gravel, and it's got crawl control. The vehicle is also very heavily loaded inside with luxury and tech features. Up front here, you'll see that we've got fog lights, a little sprayer that's integrated into the bumper to spray off those headlight enclosures if you get mud, dirt, or other grime on them. There's a camera system, handy for off-road driving or for parking. See, we've got another camera on this passenger side mirror as well. Again, handy for off-road driving or for parallel parking. You'll see there's also a little light fixture there, which helps to light up the area below when you're getting out of the vehicle. Running boards also have integrated lights. You'll see that up top we've got integrated side rails and crossbars and a sunroof. And then you'll see on this rear bumper, again, we've got those parking sensors that will beep to notify you if you're close to an object. Overall, really great looking SUV with a little bit more of that luxury flair that you don't quite get with the Landcruiser. Looking inside the LX 570, you'll see that it's very luxurious, high quality materials, nice accent colors, and plenty of luxury and tech features. Of course, it's got full leather seats, leather and wood wrapped steering wheel, plenty of other wood accents throughout. Got some stainless steel accents. Everything about this vehicle gives the impression that it's very high-end. It's got power windows, power door locks, got memory settings for up to 3 drivers, storage compartment built into the door here, and then it's got a Mark Levinson premium audio system. Seats are of course full power. On the steering wheel we've got controls for audio on the left hand side, and then Bluetooth and vehicle display on the right. To the left of the steering column, got a button for controlling those headlight sprayers. Just below that, automatic folding of the mirrors, and then also a control for the electric mirrors. Below that, we've got 3 buttons here. The one on the left is for easy entry to the vehicle using that air suspension. The one in the middle is for turning off the adaptive lighting system, so the headlights will automatically adjust to the vehicle's speed and use of the steering wheel. And then on the right hand side, that is for the electronic rear hatch. Got a little storage compartment here. And then up above here, odometer, trip information, and then also the brightness of the instrument cluster. Control for electronically adjusting the steering wheel. Got cruise control over on the right hand side. Down below, locking center differential. This is turn off traction control. The RSCA button will turn off the airbags in the vehicle so that the side curtain airbags don't trigger if the vehicle is at an extreme angle. And then we've also got a button there to turn off the power door. It's got a smart key with push button start, also allows you to access the vehicle without removing the key from your pocket. Nice large screen here in the middle, duals as a backup camera, also controls climate, audio, navigation, and some other vehicle information, as well as Bluetooth. Climate control below that, obviously it's air conditioned and heated, and it's got a 4-zone climate control system. Audio system below that, it's got AM/FM radio, satellite radio, CD player, and then you can also connect your mobile device using Bluetooth or using an auxiliary input or USB. Got ashtray and cigarette lighter. And then to the left and to the right, you'll see controls for the heated and air-conditioned seats for the driver and front passenger. This is for the electronic controlled transmission. Right there, you'll see we've got a 12-volt outlet, USB port, and auxiliary input. And then all the off-road gadgetry. Got 4-wheel drive system for high or low setting. This is for the crawl control, air suspension, and it's got a sport or comfort mode here. Hill ascent. Open that up, and we've got 2 cup holders. Nice large center armrest and console here. Pulling these levers, and these can fold forward and backward. And then opening it up, you'll see it's a nice large console with a removable tray. Passenger side, again, we've got some storage space built into that door. It's also a full power seat. Up above, we've got a self-dimming rear view mirror, sunglasses holder, some reading lights, ability to program up to 3 garage door openers. It's also got an SOS button if you subscribe to that service, and then controls for the sunroof, which is tilt and sliding. Jump into this middle row seat. See, again, we've got some storage space built into both the driver and passenger side doors, and plenty of leg, shoulder, and headroom back here. It's a very spacious SUV. Also, very fancy, it's got power seats for the middle row. Very unusual to see that. If we pull this strap here, hard to do this with 2 hands, let me grab my other hand. This will fold down into a center armrest. Push this button, we've got 2 cup holders, and then if we push this one, a little bit of storage space built into the center seat. In the center console, we've got vents for getting some air conditioning and heat to the rear. We've also got heated seats for both side seats, as well as climate control settings. Pull this lever here, the seat will fold up out of place, giving you nice access to that 3rd row, which is a little bit tight, but definitely will work on occasion, and increases that seating capacity up to 8. Coming around to the rear, the LX 570's got a really cool rear lift gate here, which separates in 2 sections. I love vehicles that separate like this because they give you really large access to the back without everything falling out. Now, if you do want to open this lower portion, pull this lever and it drops down as a tailgate. So really cool setup here. Another really cool feature about the 570 is that this rear seat is full power. So, using these controls over here on the passenger side, we'll push this button once and it folds down. We'll push it again and hold it, and the seat folds up to the side. And then if you want to put it back down, we'll push this side. It folds back down into the floor. And then this is the one step that's manual. You pull on this lever here, pulls it back up into place. So really cool setup there. Huge fan of that. You'll see that when this seat's in use, cargo space is going to be pretty limited, but nice to have that flexibility of using that 3rd row seat. See, we've also got another 12-volt outlet back here. It should come as no surprise that the LX 570 comes standard with 4-wheel drive, and while we can't see much under the hood here, it's got an excellent powertrain. has a 5.7 liter V8 with 383 horsepower and 403 pound-feet of torque. Tow capacity is 8,500 pounds, and the engine is tied to a 6-speed sequential shift automatic transmission. It will do 0 to 60 miles an hour in a very quick 6.7 seconds. The EPA rating is 12 miles per gallon in the city and 18 miles per gallon on the highway, and the vehicle does require premium fuel. Well, I'd be lying if I told you that I didn't like the LX 570, because the reality is that I love it. It is a great vehicle all around. Obviously, it's got a legendary reputation for being very luxurious, very off-road capable. It's got a really great interior that's got a really plush look and feel to it. But the other great thing about the LX 570 is that it's a lot of fun to drive. It's got an excellent powertrain, tons of power, silky smooth, and the ride quality is just very impressive. I actually had a friend when I was in 7th grade, and his mom had a Landcruiser, and I remember riding in that vehicle and thinking, wow, this thing is amazing. And I think back to that experience. I don't think I've ridden in a Landcruiser since then. And I've kind of just assumed, oh, it's because it was a nice new vehicle at the time. Probably wasn't all that impressive, but riding this vehicle now is a reminder of how good the ride quality is in these vehicles. They are just so smooth. It's like riding on a cloud. Very quiet cabin. You know, I sometimes question why somebody would spend the premium to get one of these vehicles over a Toyota Sequoia, because they're very similar, but driving this vehicle you can definitely tell that the overall level of quality and refinement in this vehicle is definitely at another level. Whether it's worth the price advancement, that's debatable depending on how much money you make, but if you can afford it, the Landcruiser, the LX 570, is definitely the nicer overall vehicle, and I just can't say enough how good the overall ride is in this vehicle. Now, the LX 570 may be a very large, heavy vehicle with seating for up to 8, but because it's got that 5.7 liter V8 under the hood with 383 horsepower, it is incredibly quick. It's got a great sound to it. Again, that transmission is silky smooth. That 0 to 60 time is 6.7 seconds, which is incredibly fast for a vehicle of this size. So despite the fact that you're getting a very large family SUV, there's going to be no shortage of power. So that's a review of the 2010 Lexus LX 570. I can't help but love this vehicle. It is great in every capacity. It is great looking. It's got a very nice interior with a ton of options, very luxurious, awesome powertrain with that 5.7 liter V8. And then obviously in terms of off-road capability, it's one of the best vehicles out there. Because it's a Lexus, it's also got that reputation for long-term reliability and durability. I'd say the only real downside about this vehicle is that that EPA rating of 12 and 18 is pretty poor, but if you can afford a Lexus LX 570, you're probably not going to be all that concerned about fuel economy. Overall, a really great vehicle. If you have any comments or questions on the Lexus LX 570, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.